Most people believe that success is achieved through relentless effort, endless hours of toil, and sheer persistence. They are taught that hard work alone is the key to mastery, wealth, and recognition. While effort is indeed necessary, effort without strategy, awareness, and clarity is often wasted. Working hard without working smart is like moving a boulder with brute force. Energy is expended, fatigue accumulates, but the boulder remains unmoved. The principle of working smart is not a shortcut, nor is it a replacement for discipline. It is the harmonization of effort and awareness, strategy and action, energy and focus. Most people never understand this balance, and therefore, most people exhaust themselves without realizing the full potential of their work. The first truth about working smart is understanding the nature of energy. Energy is finite, subtle, and easily depleted. Most people squander it on tasks that yield minimal results, chasing busyness instead of effectiveness. Hard work without discernment becomes mere motion, an illusion of productivity. Working smart requires awareness of how energy flows, the ability to prioritize what is essential, and the wisdom to eliminate what is extraneous. It is a recognition that every action consumes energy, and that only the actions aligned with purpose, strategy, and timing yield lasting results. Those who fail continue to act endlessly without reflection. Those who succeed direct energy with precision and intention. Strategy is the second essential element. Working hard without strategy is like running tirelessly on a path that leads nowhere. Most people engage in effort without first assessing direction, timing, or impact. Working smart involves stepping back, observing the landscape, and choosing the actions that maximize outcome relative to effort. It is not about avoiding work, it is about intelligent application. The wise practitioner discerns when to act, when to pause, when to delegate, and when to refine. Hard work without strategy may be noble, but it is rarely transformative. Smart work requires clarity of vision, understanding of cause and effect, and the ability to adapt action to circumstance. Time, the most precious resource, is often mismanaged by those who work hard without working smart. Hours are wasted in repetitive, low-impact activity, in tasks that could be delegated, automated, or eliminated. The illusion of productivity emerges. Long days filled with busyness that produces little lasting value. Working smart involves mastery over time, prioritizing high-impact tasks, removing distractions, and aligning effort with meaningful goals. It is the understanding that not all effort is equal, and that intelligent allocation of time yields exponentially greater results than blind labor alone. Focus is another pillar. Hard work without focus is fragmented energy scattered across too many directions. The mind, when divided, cannot generate deep, transformative results. Working smart requires the cultivation of sustained attention, the ability to concentrate fully on the task at hand, and the discipline to resist distractions. The hours of labor are transformed into power when attention is focused, creating momentum that is far greater than mere physical effort. Those who fail allow their energy to drift, while those who succeed harness focus as a multiplier, amplifying the impact of every action. Another critical element is adaptability. Most people believe that effort alone, repeated indefinitely, guarantees results. They resist change, cling to methods that no longer serve, and fail to recognize the evolving nature of circumstance. Working smart requires observation, feedback, and the flexibility to adjust approach. It is not stubborn effort that produces mastery, but intelligent, responsive action. The successful are those who combine effort with awareness, continuously refining their methods to align with changing conditions. Hard work without adaptability often results in exhaustion without progress. Leverage is a subtle, transformative principle often overlooked. To work smart is to recognize where your effort can be multiplied. This may involve delegation, the use of tools, technology, or networks, or the cultivation of habits that automate results. Most people exhaust themselves trying to do everything themselves, failing to recognize the exponential impact of leveraging resources intelligently. Hard work without leverage limits growth, while smart work multiplies impact, allowing a smaller investment of energy to generate a far greater return. The wise practitioner understands the art of leverage, applying energy where it is most effective and magnifying results through strategy, relationships, and tools. The principle of reflection is often neglected by those who focus solely on effort. Working hard without reflection leads to repetition of ineffective habits, wasted energy, and frustration. Working smart requires stepping back to evaluate outcomes, to observe what is producing results, and to refine methods continuously. It is a cycle of action, observation, and adjustment. The essence of mastery. Those who fail continue in blind motion, believing effort alone is sufficient. Those who succeed cultivate the intelligence to pause, reflect, and adjust, transforming ordinary labor into enlightened action. Understanding priorities is fundamental. Most people spend energy on tasks that are urgent but not important, reacting to circumstance rather than pursuing meaningful goals. Hard work alone is often reactive, driven by external pressure or superficial necessity. Working smart requires clarity of purpose, the ability to distinguish what is truly important, and the courage to act in alignment with long-term impact. Priority management is not merely time management, it is energy management, focusing effort on what produces the greatest effect relative to investment. Efficiency is another element that distinguishes smart work from blind effort. Hard work without efficiency produces fatigue and minimal progress. Working smart involves designing systems, routines, and workflows that conserve energy while maximizing output. It is the understanding that energy is a resource to be managed, that repeated patterns can be refined, and that effort should be directed through optimal channels. Efficiency is the fusion of discipline, strategy, and focus, creating a pathway where results emerge without unnecessary struggle. Patience is the subtle companion of smart work. Most people work hard with expectation of immediate results, creating frustration when outcomes do not appear. Working smart recognizes that results are often delayed, cumulative, and invisible until they manifest fully. Patience allows persistent effort to compound over time, turning small, intelligent actions into extraordinary outcomes. Hard work alone often becomes frantic, reactive, and unsustainable. Smart work incorporates the wisdom of timing, understanding that energy invested consistently and strategically yields results far beyond immediate perception. Finally, self-mastery underlies all intelligent effort. Working smart is not merely about external tactics. It is about cultivating awareness, discipline, emotional resilience, and clarity of purpose. Without mastery of self, effort remains unaligned, energy dissipates, and strategy fails. The true practitioner of smart work understands that the mind is the ultimate tool, focus is the ultimate multiplier, and alignment with purpose is the ultimate power. Hard work without self-mastery is labor without direction. Smart work with self-mastery transforms action into art, effort into influence, and labor into profound achievement. In conclusion, working smart is the harmonization of energy, strategy, focus, adaptability, leverage, reflection, priority, efficiency, patience, and self-mastery. Hard work alone is insufficient. Without intelligent application, effort becomes motion without impact, fatigue without progress, and time without results. Those who fail labor endlessly yet achieve little. Those who succeed combine action with awareness, effort with insight, and persistence with strategy. Working smart is not a shortcut or avoidance of labor. It is the art of aligning mind, body, energy, and purpose to produce maximum effect with intelligent effort. The path is demanding, subtle, and transformative. Yet those who master it experience not only results but clarity, freedom, and mastery of their own life. Most people have been conditioned to believe that effort alone is the path to achievement. They are taught to endure long hours, to sweat, to persist, and to push beyond fatigue, as if the sheer quantity of labor will inevitably produce success. While effort is undeniably necessary, effort without awareness, insight, and strategy is like pouring water into a cracked vessel. Much is lost, little remains. Hard work is only a foundation. Working smart is the architecture that shapes the labor into meaningful results. Most people never learn this principle. They labor endlessly without reflection, sacrifice energy without discernment, and exhaust themselves without achieving true mastery. The first key element of working smart is clarity of purpose. Effort without direction is motion without destination. Many pour energy into tasks because they feel urgent, visible, or expected rather than necessary. Smart work requires understanding what truly matters, prioritizing high-value actions, and aligning effort with long-term objectives. The unwise are busy, the wise are focused. Purpose acts as a compass, guiding every choice, shaping every effort, and filtering what is truly necessary from what is merely distracting. Without purpose, labor becomes repetitive, exhausting, and ineffective. Those who succeed invest time first in understanding the path before expending energy on it. The second element is intelligent prioritization. Most people react to life as it comes, responding to demands, crises, and obligations without discernment. Hard work alone often leads to reactive energy, responding to what is loud, urgent, or emotionally pressing, while neglecting what is truly important. Working smart requires the ability to distinguish between urgent and essential, between noise and signal. It requires discipline to defer minor distractions and focus on tasks that yield the greatest impact. The mastery of prioritization transforms effort from scattered motion into focused momentum, creating results that seem exponential to the untrained observer. Focus is the third essential principle. In a world overflowing with distraction, focus is rare. Most people allow attention to drift, splitting energy across multiple tasks, thoughts, and obligations. Hard work without focus dissipates power. It exhausts the mind and the body while producing limited results. Working smart means cultivating deep concentration, being fully present with every task, and directing energy deliberately. Focus is not merely attention. It is the alignment of mind, body, and energy toward a chosen action. The hours of labor are transformed when concentration is disciplined and unwavering. Momentum emerges naturally when energy flows coherently toward a singular objective. Adaptability is another critical factor. Many labor tirelessly with rigid persistence, refusing to adjust methods even when they fail. Hard work without flexibility produces fatigue and frustration. Working smart requires observation, reflection, and responsiveness. It is the capacity to learn from mistakes, to refine methods, and to align action with circumstance. Those who succeed treat effort as a living, responsive practice, one that evolves with understanding rather than a fixed formula applied blindly. Adaptability allows energy to be maximized and results to be multiplied, while rigidity diminishes potential and wastes effort. Leverage is a subtle, transformative principle often overlooked by those focused solely on effort. Most people attempt to do everything themselves, exhausting time and energy on tasks that could be amplified through delegation, technology, or strategic collaboration. Working smart is the recognition that effort does not need to be singular to be effective. Intelligence in action lies in the ability to multiply results through alignment with resources, tools, and networks. Those who succeed understand that effort alone is limited. It is the combination of energy, strategy, and leverage that creates true power. Reflection and analysis are essential to smart work. Most people labor without pausing to observe outcomes, evaluate progress, or refine methods. Hard work alone can reinforce ineffective habits and waste energy. Working smart is iterative, action followed by observation, reflection, and adjustment. It is the cultivation of awareness, the willingness to question methods, and the humility to learn from outcomes. Those who fail act blindly. Those who succeed refine continuously, turning labor into mastery, mistakes into insight, and repetition into wisdom. The management of energy is another principle that distinguishes smart work from mere effort. Hard work without awareness of energy reserves leads to burnout, frustration, and diminishing returns. Smart work requires sensitivity to one's own physical, mental, and emotional state, allocating effort when energy is high and conserving it when it is low. It involves cultivating routines, habits, and rhythms that sustain stamina and focus. Energy, when managed intelligently, is amplified, effort becomes effortless, and long-term achievement becomes sustainable. Those who fail ignore their energy. Those who succeed harness it deliberately. Efficiency is another essential aspect. Hard work often prioritizes effort over method. People spend long hours completing tasks in ways that are cumbersome, redundant, or inefficient. Working smart is the mastery of systems, routines, and processes that produce the greatest output with minimal wasted energy. It is about designing action in alignment with natural flow, using insight and practice to optimize results. Efficiency transforms labor into leverage, turning repeated effort into cumulative mastery. Without efficiency, even the most dedicated worker exhausts themselves for modest results. Timing is a principle that is subtle yet powerful. Many labor relentlessly, without considering when action is most effective. Working smart requires understanding the rhythm of tasks, energy, and opportunity. There is a time to act, a time to pause, a time to observe, and a time to push forward. The successful synchronize effort with context, conditions, and energy, producing results with greater ease and precision. Timing converts action into impact, while misaligned effort leads to wasted labor and frustration. Patience is a companion to all smart work. Hard work alone often produces frustration when results do not appear immediately. Working smart requires trust in the process, the ability to endure gradual progress, and the understanding that results are cumulative. Patience allows intelligent, consistent effort to compound over time, transforming small actions into transformative results. Those who fail seek instant outcomes and abandon paths prematurely. Those who succeed cultivate enduring commitment, trusting in the unseen power of strategic effort. Self-mastery underlies all these principles. To work smart is to master oneself, mind, emotions, energy, and action. Without this inner cultivation, effort is scattered, energy dissipates, and strategy becomes ineffective. The wise practitioner understands that the mind is the ultimate tool, focus is the ultimate multiplier, and alignment with purpose is the ultimate force. Hard work without self-mastery is like a river without a channel. Energy flows, but it produces little. Smart work with self-mastery channels effort into impact, transforming labor into influence, persistence into results, and skill into art. In conclusion, working smart is the art of harmonizing effort with awareness, strategy, focus, leverage, reflection, efficiency, timing, patience, and self-mastery. Hard work alone is insufficient. It is motion without intelligence, labor without alignment, and effort without amplification. Those who fail toil endlessly yet achieve little, while those who succeed combine action with insight, persistence with strategy, and effort with awareness. Working smart is not avoidance of labor. It is the intelligent, conscious direction of energy toward meaningful, high-impact outcomes. It is a path of mastery, clarity, and fulfillment. A path that transforms effort from mere activity into profound achievement, and labor into the highest expression of conscious action. Many people believe that working harder is the ultimate path to mastery and success. They labor tirelessly, putting in long hours, enduring exhaustion, and sacrificing comfort, thinking that effort alone will produce extraordinary results while effort is necessary. Effort alone is rarely sufficient. Hard work without awareness, without insight, without strategy is like planting seeds on barren soil. The energy is expended, the motion is real, but the fruit rarely comes. To achieve true mastery, one must combine effort with intelligence. One must learn to work smart. Working smart is not laziness, avoidance, or taking shortcuts. It is the deliberate alignment of energy, mind, strategy, and purpose to create maximum impact with precision. The first truth of working smart lies in self-awareness. Most people never examine the way they expend energy, the tasks they prioritize, or the methods they employ. Effort is applied blindly, without reflection, and often in directions that produce minimal results. Working smart begins with awareness, understanding which actions produce meaningful results and which consume energy without return. Self-awareness allows a person to conserve energy, direct effort with precision, and make choices that amplify impact. Those who fail labor endlessly without understanding the value of their actions, while those who succeed act deliberately, consciously, and strategically. Energy management is the second principle. Every action requires energy, physical, mental, and emotional. Hard work alone often ignores the limits of energy. leading to fatigue, frustration, and burnout. Smart work recognizes that energy is the most precious resource, and it prioritizes tasks based on where energy will have the greatest effect. It is the subtle art of timing, rhythm, and alignment with one's own vitality. The unwise expend effort without consideration. The wise preserve energy, focus it on high-impact actions, and harness their vitality for maximal results. Energy, when directed intelligently, multiplies results far beyond raw labor. Clarity of purpose is another fundamental principle. Many labor tirelessly on tasks that are urgent but not important, visible but not meaningful, expected but not aligned with their true goals. Working smart requires understanding the essential objective, aligning all effort toward it, and eliminating distractions that dilute impact. Purpose is the compass that gives direction to labor. Without clarity, effort is scattered, momentum is lost, and results are delayed or diminished. The wise focus on what matters, cutting through superficial noise to channel energy toward meaningful outcomes. Hard work without purpose produces fatigue. Smart work produces results. Prioritization flows naturally from clarity. Most people react to circumstance, chasing tasks that are loud, urgent, or externally demanded, while neglecting what will truly create long-term impact. Hard work is often reactive, smart work is intentional. It requires assessing actions based on importance and effect, choosing those that maximize result relative to effort. Those who fail are busy, but unproductive. Those who succeed are focused, decisive, and strategic. Prioritization allows energy to be multiplied and effort to produce disproportionately large results. Focus and attention are pillars of intelligent work. Energy, when scattered, produces minimal results. Many labor across multiple tasks simultaneously, believing that motion equates to progress. In truth, focus is the multiplier that converts effort into impact. Working smart involves cultivating deep, sustained attention, aligning mind, body, and energy toward a single purpose. The hours of labor become powerful when concentration is disciplined, intentional, and uninterrupted. Momentum emerges naturally, transforming ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement. Adaptability is another essential component. Hard work without responsiveness often leads to wasted effort. Circumstances change, conditions evolve, and methods that once produced results may become ineffective. Working smart requires observing outcomes, adjusting methods, and continuously refining approach. Those who fail persist rigidly. Those who succeed combine effort with awareness, learning from feedback, mistakes, and subtle signals in their environment. Adaptability allows energy to be applied intelligently, increasing efficiency and effectiveness. Leverage amplifies the power of smart work. Many exhaust themselves trying to do everything alone, unaware of resources, tools, or support that could multiply their results. Working smart involves recognizing where leverage exists, in technology, collaboration, systems, or relationships, and applying effort through these channels. Leverage transforms individual effort into compounded impact. Those who fail attempt to lift the world with bare hands. Those who succeed harness force, intelligence, and resources to move mountains efficiently. Reflection and evaluation are subtle, yet essential. Hard work without reflection solidifies ineffective habits, wastes energy, and creates frustration. Working smart involves stepping back, observing outcomes, analyzing methods, and adjusting accordingly. This iterative process allows learning from experience, improving efficiency, and refining strategies over time. Those who fail act blindly. Those who succeed act intentionally, using insight to guide effort and transform mistakes into stepping stones. Reflection turns labor into wisdom and motion into mastery. Efficiency is the marriage of energy, strategy, and timing. Hard work without efficiency produces fatigue with minimal reward. Smart work finds the path of least resistance for maximum effect, designing processes, optimizing routines, and eliminating redundancy. Efficiency is not laziness, it is intelligence applied to effort, allowing labor to produce results with precision, and minimal waste. Those who succeed invest in refining methods, systems, and habits, amplifying the value of every action. Timing is a subtle, invisible multiplier. Effort applied at the wrong moment is often wasted. Effort applied at the right moment creates exponential impact. Working smart involves understanding natural rhythms of energy, opportunity, and circumstance, and aligning action accordingly. Timing transforms labor from ordinary to extraordinary. The unwise exert effort arbitrarily, the wise move with precision, recognizing that even small actions at the right moment carry immense power. Patience complements all principles of smart work. Hard work alone often produces frustration when results are delayed. Working smart involves trust in the process, endurance of gradual progress, and belief in cumulative impact. Results often emerge invisibly, slowly compounding until they manifest externally. Patience allows strategic effort to mature, transforming small, intelligent actions into profound, lasting outcomes. Those who fail abandon the path prematurely. Those who succeed endure and allow strategy, alignment, and energy to produce fruit. Self-mastery underpins every principle. Working smart is not just about strategy or efficiency. It is about mastery of mind, emotion, energy, and action. Without self-discipline, clarity, focus, and resilience, effort becomes scattered. Energy dissipates, and strategy falters. The practitioner who masters self channels effort into intelligent action, amplifies energy through awareness, and aligns purpose with effort. Hard work without self-mastery is like a river flowing without a channel, powerful yet unproductive. Smart work with self-mastery transforms effort into influence, persistence into results, and labor into art. In conclusion, working smart is the harmony of awareness, strategy, energy management, clarity of purpose, prioritization, focus, adaptability, leverage, reflection, efficiency, timing, patience, and self-mastery. Hard work alone is insufficient. It is motion without intelligence, labor without alignment, and effort without impact. Those who fail work endlessly yet achieve little. Those who succeed combine action with insight, energy with strategy, and persistence with awareness. Working smart is not avoidance of labor. It is the conscious, deliberate direction of effort toward meaningful, high-impact outcomes. It is the path of mastery, clarity, and fulfillment, the transformation of labor into art, effort into influence, and work into profound achievement. Most people believe that success is a product of relentless effort. They are taught to push harder, endure longer, and sacrifice more, believing that sheer quantity of work equals achievement. But this belief is limited, incomplete, and often the source of frustration, fatigue, and wasted potential. Hard work alone is insufficient. It is a necessary foundation, but the edifice of true accomplishment requires intelligence, awareness, and strategy. Working smart is the art of harmonizing effort with wisdom, energy with focus, and action with insight. Those who fail rely solely on brute effort, while those who succeed understand that intelligence applied to labor multiplies impact far beyond raw toil. The first principle of working smart is awareness of effort. Most people expend energy indiscriminately, chasing tasks that appear important, urgent, or socially validated, but that contribute little to long-term outcomes. Hard work without awareness is wasted effort. It is like lighting many candles in the wind. Motion exists, but illumination is minimal. Working smart requires observing where energy flows, discerning which actions generate meaningful results, and intentionally directing effort toward those outcomes. Awareness transforms labor from blind motion into purposeful action, converting scattered energy into focused momentum that produces results far beyond expectation. Clarity of purpose is inseparable from awareness. Effort without direction is like a river without a channel. Energy flows, but no progress is made. Most people are busy but aimless, expending time and effort on tasks that do not align with their ultimate goals. Working smart requires identifying what truly matters, prioritizing meaningful objectives, and eliminating distractions that consume energy without producing results. Purpose is the compass that guides effort. Those who fail act reactively, pulled by circumstance, while those who succeed act intentionally, aligning each action with a clear vision and higher intention. Prioritization flows naturally from purpose, most labor reactively, responding to the urgent rather than the important. They spend hours on low-value tasks while neglecting actions that would produce exponential results. Working smart requires discernment, identifying tasks that have the greatest impact relative to effort, and committing fully to their completion. Those who succeed are not necessarily busier, they are more focused, strategic, and intentional. They channel effort where it matters, understanding that intelligent prioritization multiplies the effect of every action, focuses the multiplier of effort. Energy scattered across multiple tasks produces minimal results. Most people believe that activity equals progress, but the opposite is true. Working smart requires cultivating deep, sustained attention on a single purpose, aligning mind, body, and energy. Focus is not mere attention. It is deliberate alignment with a chosen objective. The hours of effort become powerful when concentration is disciplined and uninterrupted. Momentum emerges naturally, transforming ordinary labor into extraordinary outcomes. Those who fail diffuse their energy. Those who succeed harness focus as a force multiplier. Adaptability is a subtle but essential component. Hard work without responsiveness often leads to wasted energy and missed opportunities. Circumstances change, challenges emerge, and conditions evolve. Working smart requires observation, feedback, and the willingness to adjust methods accordingly. Those who fail persist rigidly, believing that effort alone guarantees results. Those who succeed learn from outcomes, refine methods, and apply effort in alignment with the environment. Adaptability allows energy to be applied intelligently, enhancing effectiveness and efficiency. Leverage amplifies the power of intelligent effort. Many attempt to do everything themselves, exhausting time and energy on tasks that could be multiplied through tools, systems, or collaboration. Working smart involves identifying where leverage exists and channeling energy through it, using technology, networks, and resources to maximize results. Hard work alone is limited. Leverage transforms effort into exponential impact. The wise practitioner understands that the same energy applied strategically produces far greater returns than brute effort alone. Reflection and evaluation are critical to sustained effectiveness. Most labor continuously without pausing to observe outcomes, analyze methods, or refine approaches. Working smart is iterative. Act, observe, reflect, adjust, and repeat. Reflection allows learning from successes and mistakes, transforming effort into wisdom and repetition into mastery. Those who fail act blindly. Those who succeed act intentionally, improving methods and amplifying results. Reflection transforms ordinary labor into progressive mastery. Efficiency is the harmony of method and effort. Hard work often prioritizes exertion over process. Tasks are completed in cumbersome, redundant, or ineffective ways. Working smart optimizes routines, creates systems, and eliminates unnecessary steps, allowing energy to flow efficiently. Efficiency does not reduce effort, it enhances impact. Those who succeed refine processes, streamline methods, and conserve energy, transforming labor into powerful action. Without efficiency, even dedicated effort produces limited outcomes. Timing is a subtle multiplier. Effort applied at the wrong moment often yields little, while effort aligned with circumstance produces extraordinary results. Working smart requires understanding natural rhythms of energy, opportunity, and situation, and aligning action accordingly. Timing transforms ordinary labor into impactful achievement. The unwise act arbitrarily, the wise act deliberately, applying effort at moments of maximum effect, amplifying both energy and outcome. Patience complements all principles of smart work. Many labor hard and grow frustrated when results are not immediate. Working smart involves trust in the process, endurance of gradual progress, and the understanding that cumulative impact is often invisible until it manifests fully. Patience allows small, intelligent actions to compound over time, turning sustained effort into extraordinary achievement. Those who fail abandon the path prematurely. Those who succeed endure and allow strategic effort to bear fruit. Self-mastery is the foundation upon which all smart work rests. It is mastery of mind, focus, energy, emotion, and discipline. Without self-mastery, effort is scattered, energy is wasted, and strategy falters. The practitioner who masters self channels energy efficiently, aligns action with purpose, and applies strategy intelligently. Hard work without self-mastery is like wind against a closed sail. Effort is exerted, yet the boat remains motionless. Smart work with self-mastery transforms action into influence, persistence into results, and labor into art. In conclusion, working smart is the harmonization of awareness, clarity of purpose, prioritization, focus, adaptability, leverage, reflection, efficiency, timing, patience, and self-mastery. Hard work alone is insufficient. It is motion without insight, labor without alignment, and effort without impact. Those who fail toil endlessly, yet achieve little, while those who succeed combine effort with intelligence, persistence with strategy, and action with awareness. Working smart is not avoidance of labor. It is the conscious, deliberate direction of effort toward high-impact, meaningful outcomes. It is the path of mastery, clarity, and fulfillment, transforming labor into art, effort into influence, and work into profound achievement. Most people are taught from childhood that success comes from effort, endurance, and persistence. They are told to work harder, stay longer, and sacrifice comfort in pursuit of achievement. While effort is important, effort alone is insufficient. To labor blindly is to spin energy into the void, to exhaust the body and scatter the mind without producing meaningful results. Hard work without awareness, strategy, or reflection is like rowing a boat against the current without direction. Motion exists, but progress is minimal. True success arises not merely from labor, but from the intelligent alignment of energy, focus, strategy, and purpose. This is the art of working smart. The first principle of working smart is clarity of purpose. Most people act reactively, responding to demands, expectations, and distractions, rather than intentionally pursuing what matters most. Hard work without purpose creates fatigue, frustration, and wasted potential. Smart work requires defining the ultimate goal, understanding its significance, and aligning every action toward it. Purpose is the compass that guides labor. Without it, effort is blind, energy diffused, and progress slow. The successful understand that clarity of purpose amplifies effort, while the unclear wander endlessly, exhausted by motion but lacking results. The second principle is prioritization. Most people fail to distinguish between urgent and important tasks, reacting to what is loud or pressing rather than what truly contributes to long-term outcomes. Working smart requires the ability to assess impact relative to effort and to devote energy to actions that yield the greatest results. Prioritization is not about doing less. It is about focusing intelligently. It transforms labor from scattered activity into concentrated high-value momentum. Those who fail attempt everything at once. Those who succeed focus on what matters, allowing their energy to produce maximum effect. Focus is the multiplier of intelligent work. Energy scattered across many tasks produces minimal results. Most people mistake busyness for progress, believing that long hours equate to success. Working smart involves cultivating deep, sustained attention, being fully present in each task, and aligning mind, body, and energy with purpose. Focus allows momentum to build, transforming ordinary effort into extraordinary outcomes. The untrained diffuse energy, the disciplined direct it, creating results far greater than raw labor alone could achieve. Adaptability is the subtle principle that distinguishes smart labor from mere effort. Circumstances change, obstacles arise, and methods that once worked may become ineffective. Hard work without adaptability produces exhaustion and frustration. Working smart requires observation, reflection, and the flexibility to adjust strategies according to feedback and circumstance. Those who fail persist rigidly, believing that effort alone guarantees success. Those who succeed combine persistence with intelligence, learning from experience, and applying insight to amplify results. Leverage is another invisible multiplier. Many exhaust themselves trying to accomplish everything alone, unaware of opportunities to multiply their effort through tools, systems, or collaboration. Working smart involves recognizing where leverage exists and channeling energy through it. Leverage transforms individual effort into compounded outcomes. Hard work alone is limited. Intelligent application of energy and resources produces exponential impact. The wise practitioner understands that effort is most effective when amplified through strategy, relationships, and tools. Reflection and evaluation are essential. Most people work continuously without pausing to observe results, assess methods, or refine their approach. Hard work without reflection reinforces ineffective habits and wastes energy. Working smart is iterative: action, observation, reflection, adjustment, and repetition. Reflection converts ordinary effort into wisdom, mistakes into learning, and repetition into mastery. Those who fail act blindly. Those who succeed act intentionally, cultivating insight and turning labor into progressive achievement. Efficiency is the harmony of effort, method, and energy. Hard work often prioritizes exertion over intelligent process. Tasks are completed in redundant, cumbersome, or ineffective ways. Working smart optimizes methods, designs systems, and eliminates unnecessary steps, allowing energy to flow freely and results to multiply. Efficiency does not diminish effort. It transforms effort into powerful impact. Those who succeed refine routines, streamline processes, and conserve energy, creating compounding results over time. Timing is a subtle yet critical factor. Effort applied at the wrong moment often yields little. Effort aligned with circumstance produces extraordinary results. Working smart requires awareness of natural rhythms, of energy, opportunity, and environment, and acting in alignment with them. Timing multiplies the effect of effort, transforming ordinary labor into powerful outcomes. The unwise act arbitrarily, the intelligent act deliberately, choosing the moment that amplifies impact. Patience accompanies all principles of intelligent work. Many labor hard but grow frustrated when results are delayed. Working smart involves trust in the process, endurance of gradual progress, and faith in cumulative impact. Small, strategic actions, repeated consistently, compound over time into extraordinary results. Those who fail seek instant gratification and abandon effort prematurely. Those who succeed endure, allowing strategy and alignment to bear fruit. Patience turns persistent, intelligent effort into long-lasting success. Finally, self-mastery underpins all intelligent action. Working smart is not just strategy or method, it is mastery over mind, energy, emotions, and focus. Without self-discipline and clarity, effort is scattered, energy dissipated, and strategy undermined. The practitioner who masters self channels labor efficiently, applies strategy wisely, and sustains focus over time. Hard work without self-mastery is like a river flowing without a channel. Energy exists, but it produces little. Smart work with self-mastery transforms effort into influence, persistence into achievement, and labor into art. In conclusion, working smart is the alignment of awareness, clarity of purpose, prioritization, focus, adaptability, leverage, reflection, efficiency, timing, patience, and self-mastery. Hard work alone is insufficient. It is motion without insight, labor without alignment, and effort without impact. Those who fail work tirelessly yet achieve little. Those who succeed combine action with intelligence, persistence with strategy, and effort with awareness. Working smart is not avoidance of labor. It is the deliberate, conscious direction of energy toward meaningful, high-impact outcomes. It is the path of mastery, clarity, and fulfillment, the transformation of labor into art, effort into influence, and work into profound achievement. Those who embrace this path discover that the true power of effort lies not in endurance alone, but in intelligent, deliberate, and purposeful action. They realize that working smart does not diminish value, but amplifies it. It converts fatigue into focus, motion into momentum, and effort into results. hard work is necessary, but working smart transforms it into mastery, creating a life of clarity, power, and extraordinary accomplishment.